everybody. It's Real Savage Jeff and AWISEMOOSE.
And I'm going to speed through this intro just because I can already see the bands and picks are in. The bands, C Value Enigma, dead. Again, it's been killed. Lost Path, also gone. The Beyond Within, already been picked as our first song. This match is going to be crazy. I can see this going either way. I think Jeff will have the edge on the strumming, Moose on the soloing. Moose may be slightly better at squeezing.
My nerves are on high end for them, and I'm not even playing.
And here we go. Moose on the left, Jeff on the right with the funny colors.
Oh, and also we should point out two historic players here. Moose is kind of a YouTube sensation from the olden days and still up to now, and Jeff is considered one of the greatest rock band players of, yeah, I would say almost all time. And
absolutely.
You know, I don't know if I can claim that or not, but like at the same time, we're just looking at two absolutely godly players here going at it, so it's going to be a very intense match.
Let's not forget, Moose was a invitational finalist.
Yes.
Elite League playoffs in Season 1. He is a proven tank of a player.
And Jeff is the CSC Open champ.
Absolutely. In his rookie season. Now we've got the funny chords. Jeff goes slightly earlier, actually, than Moose. We'll see if that makes any difference. On different paths, maybe? Clearly, because an overlap from Moose. And not one from Jeff, who then misses! Ooh. I have to say, I trust the pathing from Moose more than Jeff. No offense, Jeff, but this is Moose we're talking about here.
It is true that he's notorious for being one of the best pathers in the community. And there's a reason.
Absolutely.
I can path. Jeff can too. Let's make that clear. Jeff can really path.
And so, another star power activation ready for them both. We'll see when they both use it. I think at the moment it's not over for Jeff. A good activation and a slight mistake from Moose, and bang, you're back in it. Hey Cassis, can we have a fun fact about who got the first FC of this song? It was me, actually.
Yeah, I think it was Gabe. Double up on that. Right after he got image faded.
Exactly. I did actually get that FC, to be fair. You were there.
I was there.
So, a little early from Jeff, and now we see, are they going to hold it? Beautiful. Still on the FC is Moose, but he only leads by 300 points. 300 points. He has half a star power in hand. This is so close. Star power phrases gotten by them both, by the looks of it. Oh no, why did I...
Was that a disconnect on the controller?
Why did I have to open my stupid mouth? Oh, and Moose delivering a fatal blow, starting the match with an FC. Holy Moose.
With an FC, my god.
Wow, 608.194 from Moose, 570.9 from Jeff. Incredible from Moose, but Jeff by no means out of it. Not far off.
Not at all.
I'm expecting a strong pick now from Jeff because it's Jeff. And for those of you who've had your heads buried in the sand, Jeff and Shmoo have been doing some incredible strumming co-op FCs recently.
I thought that was Skrillex fan.
Sorry, what? I completely zoned out for a second.
I thought that was Skrillex fan and Pizza Man.
Oh yeah,
Pizza
those guys.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, you've all spent enough time on this stream with me to know I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
So we move on to game 2. What a statement from Moose in game 1 to open up with an FC. Jeff now has the choice, though. He can pick the next song. We'll see what he goes for. If I was him, I would pick Well, he's picked Outback Stomp now, so
Oh.
it's too late for me to say. I was going to say he should pick the martial arts, but I guess I was wrong.
This is a good pick, too.
Here we go. So it'll be Moose on the left, and then it will be Jeff on the right. Actually, Dino, it's impossible for me to be full of shit if I'm given the Never mind. Anyway.
Don't even try.
Here we go. Oh,
they both dropped.
They both lost the star power phrase. Right, paths are gone. There are no paths. Everyone's freewheeling now, so this could go anywhere. Every path leads to Rome, says broadcast.
Do not call it Free Willy again.
Oh, another miss from Moose. That'll put Jeff in the lead. And so, as we come through our first section, like I say, both players will have practiced this, and now will be thinking about, okay, where do I activate? I'm off path. I've lost that phrase in a bad way. I need to think about where I'm activating now. Jeff picks his spot and goes for it. So does Moose. I believe this will put them back onto path.
This part is deceivingly hard.
Good news for Moose, who always finds that little extra, takes a narrow lead.
One thing Moose is good at is squeezing, which is when you try and get a note on the back ends and front ends of star power phrases to like get that extra couple hundred points, and I think he just did that there. Crazy.
My accent is being mocked in chat. I'm a victim of harassment from a German. And here we go, the next activation. It's dead level right now. Look at the scores. Hammering like there's no tomorrow. These guys are crazy. They're just cracked. This is anyone's game. Not even a miss. Not even a miss. People, this is as narrow as a couple of notes in a star power phrase. Activating a fraction of a second late or a fraction of a second early. Just losing a note somewhere and you're gone. The pressure in this situation, especially in game when you can see your number flicking from 1 to 2, you have to focus. You know, these players have to show supreme mental clarity as well as skill now. They cannot afford a single slip up. That is the margins that we are working with here. Still, Moose holds on to the narrow lead. Another activation now, very slightly later from Jeff, then from Moose. We'll see which is the more effective. I'm seeing them dead level right now, I don't know about you. Just got about a 1k difference, and it'll stay that way. Moose getting a couple of extra points into his activations again. This is the thing with Moose. If he FCs or comes close to it, it's so difficult to out-squeeze him. He also had slightly more star power, which helped him too. Now, Hodor, having played in Elite League against some of the players we've seen in playoffs,
yes,
you know better than most how good these guys are and what it's like.
I played against Moose, and let me tell you what, I got my ass kicked, to put it bluntly. Although I will say, this is the type of song that I got closest to beating Moose on. I was only a few K off, and I think that makes it a really smart counter pick from Jeff.
Here we go, more fast stuff. It's almost difficult to watch. Jeff goes, Moose doesn't. That's interesting. A slight divergence on the path to there. Oh my god.
Wow. Sweeps. Gotta love them.
Moose's activation. Jeff must be thinking, what
Look
the hell
at
am I meant to do?
streaks.
Oh, and Moose drops!
Oh!
It is.
Oh!
Someone hold me! Oh, Moose drops again! Oh, he's blown it! He's blown it! And Jeff, just like that, suddenly 10k in the lead. He just has to hold on now. He cannot lose his cool. The song is not over. And Moose is still close enough to come back here. One mistake and an activation, especially if it's under chords like this, his lead is gone. You miss a chord in an activation, you could lose up to 10,000 points, which coincidentally, how much is JEF winning by? 10,000 points. People, do not look away from your screens. This could go anywhere right now. Still, JEF holds on. 3,000 note streak about to come up, unless I've jinxed him.
Wow.
Okay, he got it. Right, we're fine. This next activation is going to be so crucial as we come into another pass part. This could still go anywhere. I am on the edge of my seat right now. So, as we come towards the end, let's see who will prevail with this final activation. It's JEF with the slight advantage. He pulls the trigger. Moose follows suit just after. A miss now for JEF and he could be in trouble. He just needs to hold on. And he does. JEF
Wow.
taking the win, tying up the game with a 3,300 note streak. That is incredible. Moose will be kicking himself. Only one miss. Wow. I mean, look at that. It was a single miss. It was that star power phrase really early on that both of them lost. That was the only star power phrase that either of them lost the whole time. JEF will presumably be like, God damn it, I should have FC'd. But I think it's incredible thinking how close Moose was, given he had a serious accuracy disadvantage by the end. I mean, if you're JEF now, how are you feeling? Confidence up. You've got a point against one of the best players in the world. The thing is,
sure.
JEF doesn't come to, you and I know JEF. This guy does not come to win points. He doesn't come to, get the participation medal. He wants fucking gold.
Oh, he wants blood. JEF and I actually had a huge long discussion about this in VC, and the difference between him and I is that, and this was relevant, I promise, is that I'm just here to hang out. Let's all meet people and shit. And just like, nah, I'm here to win. I want blood. And I'm like, holy shit. There's a reason that JEF is at the level he's at, because he has the mindset for it.
And instant counterpick for Moose. It's the strong pick. It's the martial arts, which is the one that I thought JEF should go for because of his strong skill. So we'll see what happens here. To be honest, with these songs, they're both so skilled. And as is shown, solo, strong, there's nothing to tell between them. I think we're going all the way. I think we're going all the way to a tiebreaker. Here we are. Moose left, JEF right. Let's see who takes this game 3. What beautiful, beautiful singing.
Reminds me of my days in music school.
This screen, by the way, 40 seconds at normal speed. At 1:15, we don't get to appreciate its full beauty. An early activation from Moose. JEF holds on, maybe different paths, different levels of squeeze, or maybe JEF has just donked his path. Broadcast tells me JEF is off path. He'll take the lead, but 2,800, not a big lead to have when you've... Oh, drops.
JEF drops.
Oh, and Moose as well. Oh, they're both dropping all over the shop right now. Moose now brings up 15k lead. JEF having a little bit of a donkey time. Just lost his pick, remember?
I laugh because it's tough.
Oh, and that's
Wow,
boy. This just got interesting. A missed star power phrase, and that whammy. Look how much star power it got JEF. He's about to come roaring back. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. And now it's so close. 1,000 points in it. 1,000 points in it. That was an incredible counter activation from Moose to quickly get himself back on top. This is just the gift that keeps giving right now. My voice is going to I'm going to need to get a glass of water in a second. But I'm going to do that after this song. I'm getting water after this song because, whoo! JEF,
a song is hard when both players are dropping notes like this. It's like, wow.
And still, another activation through, 1,000 points in it. Nothing doing at the moment. Remember, from a single miss, the minimum amount of points you can lose is 3,050. Which means a miss from either player, and they are instantly at a disadvantage. and a moment's respite. A perfect activation from them both. Wow, 1,000 points. Moose takes it. With, it should be said, it was an 100% overstrum from Moose. JEF with a small amount of misses. Hodo, why don't you just talk us through that song again while I walk to the other end of my kitchen and get some water? Because, wow.
I mean, what is there to talk through other than that was extremely close? All I'll say was we saw during that sort of fast rift there, when the strumming really picked up, both players were dropping pretty consistently, which is pretty insane. Because keep in mind, these are two of the top 20 players in the world as it stands. And to me, that's just like mind-blowing that they're still dropping. That's how hard these songs are. Like, they can even get some of the world's top players. And it's just really impressive to see that they're pushing through, even through that section, to just kind of nail the end of the song there. Awesome stuff.
It's unbelievable. So now it'll be JEF's pick to try and take it to 2-2. On the table right now, we have another strong pick, which if he picks it would lock in the Zakk Wylde solo medley. Although he's picked Spirals within Vibe Being at 140 before I could say anything else. So we're just going to go with that and talk about the rest of the songs after this. Spirals is your next pick from JEF. Let's hope he's feeling confident because he's going to need it against a player like this. And we start with the Amanat section.
Oh no. Everything goes back to that.
So, who blinks first? Who makes the first miss? Who activates just a little bit too early? These are the marks we're talking about here. It could go either way. Beautiful activation from them both. Flawless. And it's dead level. Oh, Moose!
Draw from this
Moose with a huge double miss. He donked once, his strumming didn't quite get back in time, he donked again. That's why you've got that 6.5k gap that has now developed. JEF still on the FC, but this could go anywhere. It's so early in what is a long song as well. We get a moment's respite just before it goes crazy again. From JEF's point of view, I don't know whether he plays with the opponent's highway on. In some ways, it's a mixed blessing because it gives you confidence when you're winning, but also the temptation to look across can be more damage than a help. Beautiful activation, avoiding the overlaps. JEF still on the FC, just bringing up an 850 note streak now. He's closing on that 1k. Moose, except for that one miss, he's still flawless too. Just doing his best to hold on, hoping for a mistake from JEF, hoping he can maybe get some squeezes in that JEF can't manage. JEF, slightly later activation this time, which has reduced the gap to 4,000. We will see whether it will keep it closer. No, dead level. Still dead level. Still so close, and it's still, I have to say right now, Hodo, this is a flawless performance from JEF so far. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. You know, immediate response to going 2-1 down, get right back into that game. Right now, he's doing everything right. I'm not sure whether that overlap was the right thing, but he FC's through. This is incredible. JEF with a 15k lead now, but it remains to be seen whether that was an overlap with something that he wanted. Moose now fires back, but an activation, but he misses on the star power. That was huge. He would have taken the lead if he hadn't missed. And he misses again. Oh, that's huge. These sustains as well. You can watch that gap just grow. And there's nothing Moose can do except just get his 4x back, try and focus in, hope for a miss from JEF. And it's going to have to be a big one now, because 12k, that is a big lot to come from. about a 23, 24% difference right now in star power too. And so now, Jeff just ate phrase. I'm not sure you were meant to do that, Jeff. Oh, fantastic activation from them both. It's still, we're on edge here, guys. I mean, it could go anywhere. Now we have a moment's gap. How are you seeing this one, Hodor? Do you think Moose can still make it back in this song, knowing what we have to come?
Well, I think, to be honest, I don't think it likely, but at the same time, anything can happen. We are in a tourney setting, so, you know, we've seen some crazy stuff.
I recall it was a 50k comeback from Chromatic in the Open tournament. It was the biggest we'd ever seen at the time. Still stands.
I'm only saying that about this because of the level both players are at. It's rare to see them drop a note. So it's like in this sort of semi-easier section of the song, I don't anticipate it happening, but you never know. You're right.
Here come the activations. Jeff can't afford to make any mistakes. He's holding on to this, but we are close. But now, as we approach the end of the song, we're going into the 800k range. Oh, Moose's activation bringing it closer. Just 8.5k now. Will Jeff get his FC? He will. Jeff takes it, ties the match, 2-2, FC. What a statement from the Open Tournament champion, the rookie. Wow. Just wow.
I didn't think we would see tournament FCs, period, just happening
at
this morning.
Stage,
especially
this
early. Yeah. Let alone 2 tonight, and one from the real savage ref himself.
The thing that I know more than anything else about Jeff is the longer he's in the tournament, the longer he's in that bracket, the better he gets, the more consistent he gets, the better his paths get.
I laugh because you're right.
If he wins this match, then come semi-final time, you know, it's going to be for JRH, who awaits. It's doable. It would be an upset, but he could go all the way playing like this. We'll see what he brings us next. We're now waiting on the next pick. Oh, actually, we're not. The Beyond Within has already been picked by Moose. That's the strong pick. That locks in the Zach Wild Solo Medley Deluxe at 125 as the tiebreaker. Oof. That is a polyrhythm. Sorry, yeah, no, I misread the thingy. I apologize. Thank you to Broadcast for correcting me.
Polyrhythm.
So, how's your strumming? We'll find out very shortly.
Oh, it even says in the loading phrase that it's in 7/4 at that one part. Should probably read sometime.
I would, but I can't read.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, show us what you got. I want to see an FC here. You know who would be amazing at this song? Jarvis. Oh man, I feel so tense. Moose with the miss. What are you redoing?
I do know Moose's skill set from playing him. This was an insanely interesting pick from Moose. I don't know about this one. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think he would have picked it for a reason. You know, Moose will have ground everything. Although another miss. And Jeff now with a nice looking 8k lead, far from comfortable, but I mean, I'd rather be in his position right now than Moose's. Oh, but Jeff misses under star power. Oh my god, and now it's hundreds. Lefty flip, damn, Exile are getting weird with these new tracks.
like
Damn
400 right now?
Yeah, 400 points. That is the gap we're working with at this moment in time. Moose, though, with a very slightly better star power. He got 0.6, 0.12 of star power more there. It's not much, but that kind of thing can make a difference. Especially when you're 400 down, you get an extra note in at 4x. Broadcast notes that it's 69% star power. Oh no! And now he's in big trouble. A half of star power down. He just needs a miss from Jeff. But Jeff, to be honest, right now looks absolutely on point. He's showed up in a huge way. And his lead is going to increase over 10k in here, provided he doesn't miss. And he does not. And he overlaps. Haggis in chat saying this is already over. Never rule out Moose for the last second, but it looks like we may be approaching the last chance for a meteor to strike Jeff down as Moose with another miss. Surely that's it now.
Yeah, not too much material left in this one.
But we've still got the car horn to come, and that's worth 100,000 points. So.
Oh yeah.
The activation. The activation from Moose at the end.
Look at that accuracy.
-1 from Jeff, -2 from Moose, which suggests some overstrums, maybe a little bit of nerves. 3-2 to Jeff, but Moose gets another piss. Another pick.
I do not understand what just happened.
I can't. Please clip that. Oh, Gabe. Gabe, is there anything else you'd like to say, or do you want to?
You know what? I think it's better if I say no.
Oh,
So it's Moose's pick, and he can pick any song he likes to win it, and then win the Zach Wild solo, man. 3 gifted subs from 21st Century Guy. Thank you so much. Tech Boy, Nixlet, Potato Face. Enjoy those subs. We really appreciate the support.
Yes, thank you.
It means a whole lot to us. Moose has picked Dragon Force, Evil Dead. That's what we're getting. That's his final stand in this match. Or we're sending Moose to losers bracket. Can Jeff pull off the upset? We're about to find out.
And this would be massive. We're talking about the guy who almost took down JRH in the Invitational. Person who almost took down JRH in the previous Elite League. Maybe. I haven't seen the previous Elite League, unfortunately. But still a crazy opponent. These two are absolute monsters at this game.
This could go anywhere.
Absolutely.
Buckle up, guys. This is it for Moose. It's do or die. It's Dragon Force. It's CSC Elite League here on Custom Song Central. As we go into the strumming, we are dead level. Moose with a very, very slight lead, but it goes back to 0 at the end of the activation.
Just getting word from broadcast, it's tied. What?
Slightly out of sync activation, and Jeff with a miss. That is what Moose needed. Moose really needed that.
Oh boy.
He takes a 7.8k lead. That's about what you expect from a single miss. He had a slight piss. Okay.
You're not gonna live that one down.
I'm really not.
Especially from your fellow CSC staff.
Oh yeah. And here we go with the first solo. Flawless execution from them both. This is incredible. Oh, and Jeff with another miss. That puts a 13k lead in the books for Moose. Far too soon to say which way it's going to go, but this is close. And of course, we've got to remember the outro is coming. If someone loses it in the outro and the other one FCs, another miss from Jeff, we could see a 50k point swing right at the end of this. Easily. 50k plus. That is how big the outro is. If somebody gets into their groove and someone doesn't.
Oh my god, I'm like holding my breath right now. What a way to like go at a tight match with some freaking Dragon Force.
I have
It's a real
to say,
savage
I'm particularly, it is a real savage pick, but I'm particularly enjoying the boss battle feel of the set list. That's how it should be. Because this is the best of the best, trying to prove that they are the best of the best. Beautiful, perfect activation from them both. Flawless. Moose still on an FC. No overlap from either. Perfect.
Oh, Moose is also still on an FC. Should point that out.
Here we go. Oh, and they both miss instantly.
This part is.
It looks like it's Jeff is holding on very slightly better at the minute, but it's only by a little bit. Oh, another miss from Moose.
Trading drops.
Oh, and it's a tiebreaker. It's a tiebreaker. Moose takes it 5-4-8 to 5-2-9. We're going to Jack Wild. Who the fuck is Jack Wild? We're going to Zach Wild solo medley. Woo! What a match. What a match. This is what it's all about. You can guarantee this one's going on YouTube later. Piss and all.
Oh, the Zach Wild piss medley.
The Zach Wild piss medley. Exactly. That's what we got next. I'm ready. Broadcast is ready. Moose is ready. Talk about clutch coming up with an FC that deep into that song when you really needed it the most. He found his, he found his level. Hi YouTube. Hi chat.
Hi chat.
It's game 7. It's the CSC Elite League playoffs here on Custom Song Central. This will be the last song of the night. Let's make it a good one. Zach Wild solo medley. 1, 2, 5. Moose is ready. Jeff is ready. Take a deep breath, boys. You're going to need it. Let's
Season 2.
do
Go.
this. Let's do this. I'm so ready. Apparently, Jeff is not ready.
Jeff is
ready. Right. Moose left. Jeff right. Good luck to you both. An instant misses from Moose. Not the start he wanted, but he's only 2k down.
But that 2k, though. Never know.
It's less than 1 miss.
18 points is less than 1 miss, too.
That is true. Now, this is difficult enough at this speed. Instant activation from Moose. It's got him the lead, but I'm not sure if it was right. Jeff holds on longer to get the... that's what he wanted, and Jeff now takes the lead. Oh, that was a brilliant activation from Jeff. Oh, but a miss in there. Holds it at 16k. It could have been a little bit more. And a miss at the end brings it down to 13. Whoa! Oh, Jeff losing a star power phrase. The thing for Solo Medley, it's just going to be like this the whole time.
Solo medley is so hard on regular speed. Like, I can barely play it on regular speed, and I'm just looking at this like, oh my.
I can say with pretty high confidence that neither of these two know the path. The song's text still says Dragon Force, apparently. You guys know what it is, I've said it enough times. Activation from Jeff, this is his big move to see if he can bring this game back to dead level, and looking at that, as the start power bars cross each other, Jeff was dead level. Moose can now activate, sees that lead straight back. That is already the 7th or 8th lead change we've seen in this game. It's just going back and forth like nobody's business. And it's now Moose that strikes and takes the 16k lead. And Jeff now will take the lead back. Guys, this is going to be one hell of a match, I can tell you that right now.
The trade-off is intense.
Jeff with a slight advantage right now. potentially, depending on this next activation. Oh, the thing is about to happen. You guys will know what the thing is when you see it. Jeff with the miss. He needs the next activation to really come off for him. He has a full bar of star power. When will he use it? Now. And Moose both missing. Both making a series of misses. That's going to hurt a lot. It's going to hurt more for Jeff, who's going to...
Biscuit can suck our big motherfucking fat cocks.
Yeah, well, Nuno, that phone call was correct because right now we've got Moose and Jeff fighting for it. Currently, 30k in it, but Moose missing under star power. That's going to hurt. Now they're dead level. Star power's done. 46k for Moose, but this early in a solo medley, you simply cannot call it. This can go on to the last second, and there is so much crazy to still go. A miss from Moose, minus 43. It's so hard to cast a solo medley because it goes to so many places. So much is going on. You just have to constantly try and adapt. Oh, and a miss from Moose brings it under 40k now. Oh, and a miss from Jeff. God damn it, Jeff, you were making it closer. 46k. He did make up a little bit of ground on that star power phrase, but he's going to need a bit more than that. Is the fan favourite. Still in here, 46.6k. You've got Jeff and Moose, both with the activations. Moose went for that activation earlier than Jeff. Jeff gets his combo back and he goes for it too. That is a brilliant activation from Jeff. That's going to get him slightly more points, but he does lose out again. He just needs to get the accuracy right and he'll start making up ground, but instead he's missed the start power phrase. Jeff, that's not what I asked for. Oh, and a miss from Moose now. Will actually mean that Moose missed the start power phrase and they bring back level. This is one of the most back and forth games I've ever seen. Activation is going to bring it under 40k and Moose with a couple misses in there. Now it's only 32. You know, Jeff, hold on, I have to say, Jeff is slowly coming back to life here. He's making some misses, but he's doing his
My
bit.
eyes are spinning looking at this right now. Like, this is just... wow.
This is exactly what he needed as well. That was a poor activation from Moose. And now Jeff is going to take brutal advantage. Look at that gap go. Wow. Oh, and Jeff brings it down to just 11k. What an activation. 7k. 7k. Jeff is back in this now. This could go anywhere. Moose will get his activation now. Will he use it? He's holding on to it for now. Oh, and he dropped at the start of there. It's just 3k, 2k, and Jeff in the lead. Jeff in the lead.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and they go for the activation, and it's Moose who holds the slim lead, but Jeff going for that activation stops him from getting too far ahead. Oh, but Moose, oh no, and he just gets away with that. He lost out big there. Oh, and now it's Jeff in the lead. Jeff in the lead, but it's close. It is just 3k in favor of Jeff. You know what? This is going to go down as one of the all-time great matches. This is incredible. I've never seen anything like this. Like a solo medley, this back and forth. Jeff was more than 50,000 points down.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I don't know where to look. Gosh. Oh, and that is, well, I would have to say, not amazing for Moose. 14k at the moment, his lead with half the phrase left. Jeff with the accuracy. He needs this one to pay off, and it is so far. He'll just take the lead. Whoa, Moose is still the favourite by a thin margin. Someone drops a phrase, it'll all spin around in the blink of an eye. Jeff making the miss. Activation from Moose, that's going to bring his lead back up to 16, 17k, 18k. Again, it's, you know, it's almost like they're saying to each other, okay, you're not going to do that, show me what you got. Another amazing activation, just getting those points in, not enough to bring back the lead, and now Moose with a bit more of an advantage. Time for some crust. Sounds a bit like Michael Landon.
Oh, that crowd.
And Jeff going for the activation as soon as he can, but it's Moose with the 20k lead right now. Oh, and Moose with the miss. Moose with the miss. That brings it down to just 13. 13k. 13k, and still time to go. Another miss from Mick. Another miss from Moose. God, this could go anywhere. Still, he holds on to the lead, but it's so close. A loss of focus, a slip of the hand, and there it is to bring JEF in touching distance, and there it is! It flips in Jeff's favour! But he misses now too! It could go anywhere. Oh my word. Now it's JEF with the advantage, but we still have time to go. Both players approaching 1.5 million. JEF needs to keep his focus now. Keep those activations nice and smooth. And just hope that he holds it and that Moose doesn't. He holds a 9.8k lead. He was so far behind. He seemed like he was dead and buried. 50k adrift. He has come back. And a missed start half race from Moose, and now JEF is looking imperious. He is looking in such a strong position now. And another star power phrase lost. Moose now taking more than a 30k deficit. It's JEF in a 37k advantage. This has been an incredible display from both, but JEF right now is just turning it up to another level. We said he'd find something, and he has done it in a big way. Moose still with time to respond. There could be yet more twists here. Here comes the final solo. A miracle needed for Moose, but JEF just looks on top of it, and Moose with the miss. That's going to be it. That is surely now one of the greatest tiebreakers, one of the greatest matches of all time. It was so back and forth. And your semi-finalist, your third semi-finalist of the CSC Elite League is the one, the only, real savage JEF takes it! 55k in the end. What a display. He was so far down in that match. He came back in an incredible way, took the 4-3 win. I mean, Hodor, what is there to say about that? Wow.
I couldn't breathe. That's all I gotta say.
And that gives us the battle of the champions in the semis. JEF versus JRH is the semi. Wow. Wow. Let's get these players in here because we need to talk to them. I cannot believe what I've just seen. Let's take a quick look at those stats while we get them in here. Firstly, Moose on the 97%, 1.665 million. Incredible score at that speed. 38 out of 40 phrases. JEF actually won less with the 37 out of 40, but better accuracy, 69.90. Clearly got the better activations. 1.72 million. That wins in the match. Remember when we were about 700k in, 50k down. And I was starting to think, is this over? But it was it was that pivotal activation where it just swung back in his favor. Moose made a couple critical misses. JEF just flew through. And I mean, I've never seen anything like that. That's incredible. Let's get the players in here now. Let's see if we can speak to them because I'm sure they'll both be absolutely hyped here after an incredible match. Just waiting on confirmation of that they'll be coming in shortly. I think they're just taking a minute to calm down because after a match like that, wow.
I don't blame them.
And we're joined by them now.
Yo.
JEF, Moose. First question to you both. What were your emotions like during that tiebreaker? Because I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. One of the all-time great matches. The lead changed about 15 times.
Yeah, significantly too.
Yeah, and there were points, Moose, we thought you had it sewed up. Then all of a sudden, it swung, but then it was back in your favor and you were 30k up again. And then JEF just found that clutch. So to you both, how are you feeling after that match? Are you happy with how you played? And just, yeah, how are you feeling? Let's go to Moose first. Give me some
Overall, I'm feeling
emotions.
pretty okay. I'm feeling pretty okay. At the beginning, the first 3-4 minutes of the song, I was ahead for a while. I was up by like 50K at one point. I was off path the entire time. I've only played this song once. I never used it, never played a path for this song. So I got off path. I had one really bad activation that Jeff had that he hit. So that almost brought him back the entire 50,000 points. So then it was pretty much even for a while, and then he ended up pulling it out by 50,000 himself. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm okay with how it happened. I played well. Jeff just played a bit better.
I mean, Jeff, it felt like especially on the last song, but throughout the match, like you started strong. As time went on, you got stronger. Did you feel your confidence growing as that match went on?
Yes, because very visibly I feel like you could just see it, but I was definitely very nervous during the Beyond Within. I was very, very nervous, and I feel like I had to get that one song out of the way to really sort of, buckle down and like get to it.
Coming into the tiebreaker, in fact, this is a question to both of you. Were there any games at play? Did one of you deliberately angle towards it, or did it sort of happen by accident?
Just an accident.
It was definitely by accident, but I definitely did not prefer to be in that, to play that tiebreak.
Listen, it was a happy accident. At least you guys might have had your nerves might have been shredded. But I'll tell you what, chat. I cannot remember the last time I saw chat pop off like that. We had Nuno came in chat being like, "I just got a phone call to come watch this match." Like,
Wow.
that is going down. That match is going down in history. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Jeff, you go on to play JRH now. How are you feeling about that?
Yay! The run back from the Invitational 2 that I finally get to have. So I mean, I'm very excited. I feel like these sort of songs are, I could definitely pull one out if I really can or try to. So
I mean, on that performance, there's no reason. I see no reason why you couldn't win. I think the level that you hit by the end. I mean, it was certainly far above anything that Orange Hat could ever do. That's for
true.
sure. So, I mean, are you confident? Do you think you could, sort of take it to JRH? Do you think you could win that match?
I think I could give him a run for his money for sure.
Send him to lose. If you send JRH to lose his bracket, I mean, let's just say I like a good show, and that would be a good show.
Right. Yeah,
Moose,
totally.
you go down to the lower bracket now, where you play against Matrif, and then you will play Rob, Shmooey, or Haggis in the round after that if you get past Matrif. How do you feel about Matrif? How do you feel about those other players that you could play down the line now? And how do you feel about your chances of winning the tournament?
Winning the tournament, I feel my chances are very slim if I have to go up against the likes of JRH, Jeff, Rob, etc. But against Matrif, I'm feeling pretty okay. I watched his match earlier. He kind of surprised me. He did really well. So I'll just have to keep practicing, and I can hopefully take the match off Matrif. After that, who knows, man? Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. It'll be a fun one to play, fun one to watch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know about you guys. I'd like to hear all of your opinions on this. Hodor, Jeff, Moose. I'd like to hear what you think about this. This to me feels like the level has stepped up this season. I look at these playoffs, and I think basically anyone could win.
Yeah.
Anyone could win.
Definitely.
And last season there were maybe 3 or 4. I was like, okay, there are 3-4 players who I think are going to be in the mix. This time, I mean, you like JRH, Jeff, Moose. I think
Shmooey.
Rob and Shmooey. I think even you look at Haggis. Matchup will keep practicing. He's going to be a real threat. And then we've got Fingerquick as well. Went down today, but still, in with a shot. I think he said he's going to practice a bit more. He didn't have much time. The show he put on today, despite the fact that he didn't practice that much, is incredible. And I think there's a lot more to come there too. So I'm going to ask you all an impossible question and ask you all to name, having seen what you've seen today and played in some cases, each one of you, I'll let you have 2 players. Who are you calling? Who do you think it's going to be?
Jeff, you go first. I don't want to.
Top 2. I'd say JRH. I just think JRH and Rob. I just have like too much respect for them not to be my top 2.
That's
And
probably where
then
my gut is too.
Yeah.
My gut says JRH and Rob as well. However, since Jeff is here, I want to say JRH Jeff.
Oh.
I'm gonna go for some indie choices. Just because if I'm right, I'll look like a genius. If I'm wrong, then I can just say, well, I was just going against the grain. I'm gonna say Jeff and Shmooey.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
That is bold.
That is
Have
very
you not
bold.
noticed how the videos have stopped appearing on Shmooey's channel? He's not been posting. You know what that means? You know what that means? That means
In
he's sitting.
14-hour days into practice, baby.
He's
Yeah.
plotting. He's plotting and he's getting ready to ruin us all. I genuinely think Shmooey is going to come through, and he has seen demons too. That is true, but he's doing his activity level. He's gone quiet for Shmooey because usually it's like a train. There's like 10 a day. But yeah, I mean, there's only one thing that I can say for absolutely sure about who isn't winning, and that's Orange Hat, who is terrible. Other than that, it could be anyone, but no, never Orange Hat. Please play in Elite League 3 Orange Hat. We're going to need you again, please. I love you. Anyway, guys, what a match. It was,
Thank you.
I feel so privileged, and I'm sure Hodor will stay the same. And I'm going to throw it to you in a sec, just for any closing thoughts. But that match was a privilege to watch. It'll be a privilege to watch back when we put it on YouTube later, because I'm going to jump right on and save this VOD ASAP.
Hell yeah.
I really wish you both the best of luck in the remaining rounds, and beg my pardon, thank you so much for playing. It has been our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure's all mine. It's very fun playing in these elite leagues.
Yes, it is.
And hey, wait till you watch this back and see the chat hyping you guys up. They were going crazy.
Yeah, I can't
crazy
wait.
for you both.
I can't wait to rewatch it.
Good stuff. I'll see you both later. Hodor, we've seen a lot today, including some things, we've seen matches. There's been butt jokes. There's been unfortunate piss-related slips.
Yep, piss slips.
There's been Belgians. How are you feeling? And you still haven't named your 2 finalists.
Well, between the piss flips and the shit miss, it was a great day. And also 2 finalists. I'm going with the grain here. I'm gonna say Rob or JRH just because of their consistency as being freakish. But I also think these 2 here have a solid shot because from what I was watching, my breath was literally taken away because I just can't believe people are capable of doing that.
On another day, who wins that match?
That's what I'm saying. It's just like absolutely absurd levels in playoffs here. Yeah, it's just nuts to see. It's just
incredible.
nuts to see.
It was just
and I hope
incredible.
the chat felt the same way watching those matches. Based on responses, I'm thinking so. But yeah, it was crazy stuff.
Well, listen, guys, it's been so great to have you this evening. We have seen 3 incredible matches. Remember, you're going to see all of these players again. No one was knocked out. We've got some players in lower brackets. Some players have gone to winner semi-finals. We are going to see them again very soon. We will be back soon. Back broadcasting, back casting. I can't wait for it. But for now, we're going to raid a big friend of ours, a member of CSC. That's Aaron Eternal. And I'm going to get Smith to set that raid up now. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Make sure to hit that CSC raid message when we get in there. Thank you all, and good night.
Peace.